Gothic, Colorado. This truly is what I call a rare and world-class land investment here outside of Crested Butte in Gothic Valley, Colorado. My name's Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. I'm going to walk you through this piece of land we have. We actually own two properties out here in Gothic Valley. Very little private land ownership out here next to the Maroon Bells Wilderness and next to Gunnison National Forest. So what I'm going to do in this video is pull the property up on Onyx Maps, pull it up on Google Earth, and walk you through what we're looking at here in a land investment. So these are pictures on site at the property, right? So our land is located up here. This is Gothic Mountain. We're right at the base of Gothic Mountain. You can see some long range footage here. And again, I'll walk you through some of these photos as I chat about it. I can't emphasize enough how special this area. If you're unfamiliar with the area, it truly is a world-class and rare land investment. Stuff like this just doesn't exist. This is photos really of us at the site. I've been out here myself. We did sell one back here in the past. We didn't understand what we owned. This is property. This is photos of the road here. We didn't understand what we owned when we first bought these. So we took the listings down right away, and we are gonna advertise these. We always thought, hey, we'd use them ourselves at some point, but the reality is life gets in the way, and we're gonna open these up to the market. This is the access road that you can see to get to these properties. And here's some aerial imagery, and I'll pull all this up on Google Earth for you, but this is aerial imagery. You can see this valley going back here. Talk about world-class mountain biking, backcountry skiing, and recreation, just adjacent to world-class hiking trails and things like that. So this is our 2.68 acre. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. This is on the lower end of that road. So you can see somebody's built a gravel pad here on their property, and they have an Airstream and a grill. It's a really cool camping setup. There is another landowner right here. You can just see their driveway coming in down here. They've built into the side of the mountain. That's a grandfathered in home that existed before a lot of the regulations and restrictions in today's day and age. We also own this 3.5 acre lot that's adjacent to Gunnison National Forest, a little bit further up the mountain, right? So we own these two properties. Ideally, we find a buyer to find both of them together. If not, these are being sold individually as well. So again, I'll walk through some of what this looks like on Google Earth and Onyx Maps. So when it comes to land use, I've got a description of the property here. Like I said, it's world-class. There's very little private ownership back here. You'll be one of the only people in the world that get to own land back here in Gothic Valley outside of Crested Butte. To talk about how special this area is, National Geographic has an article about Gothic Valley that you can look at here about how the Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory, which is located across the street, is breaking ground with climate change, right? So I pulled up the website here too. So this is a Rocky Mountain Biological Laboratory. There's a little coffee shop down there. This truly is a special area. Like I said, I can't emphasize this enough. This is photos of the valley back here, and this is the road going back there. There's some of the employees and whatnot live back here, seasonal folks. And, again, like I said, the environment, the ecosystem back here is something special. So again, this is Gothic. Our properties are sitting over here in the mountain like this. You can see some of that familiarity. So this website will be linked in the listings too. We've got that here. And like we talked about, it's a prized land investment in Colorado. So let me talk a little bit more about land use. People are going to think building right away. The reality is you're probably not going to get the permits to build right away. And you're probably not going to get that answer, in the first month of doing due diligence. It may take years to be able to get something approved, right? These properties are in an avalanche zone. You can see this is actually a big slide zone right here. You can see in the topography, but these are in an avalanche zone. And here's our two properties here. I pulled them up on Onyx Maps. You can see we're adjacent to Gunnison National Forest. All I'm doing is using the GPS coordinates. And here's the biological laboratory, all this land here. They actually own a few little parcels here. They've got this one here with some beehives and stuff. So the reason I was getting into land use and what you can do with this, right? For me, the most realistic opportunity for this is a world-class camping spot. So what this guy did here is a great example of what somebody can potentially do, right? If it slides during the winter, you're not worried about losing your home. This is for a camper, an Airstream, tents, mountain biking. It's your home base in Gothic Valley. in a rare area in a very tight housing market in Crested Butte to get a recreational hub for the summer months right here in Colorado. So that's the potential land use. And when it comes to building a house, this is grandfathered in. The likelihood the county and the state approves the permits in an avalanche zone is pretty rare. So again, these are priced knowing that we're advertising these as a recreational land investment with the more realistic use of being a camping spot, an RV pad, a gravel pad, something of that nature, right? When it comes to building $1 million home or even an off-grid cabin, if that's a case, these are $500,000 properties or more, right? So if you are allowed to build into the ground like this neighbor had, I mean, you've got simply put a priceless land investment on your hands. That's how I would describe these properties. Again, we're looking at a little spot on a map here where you're seeing this is private ownership. The majority is owned by the Rocky Mountain Biological Lab. So there's very few, there's maybe a half a dozen properties down here owned by private individuals in Gothic Valley. As I zoom out, you are absolutely surrounded by national forest. This is Maroon Bells Wilderness right here. So you've got 182,000 acres of Maroon Bells Wilderness. You've got Judd Falls right outside your back door. I mean, just world-class recreation in every direction. Over 1 million acres of Gunnison National Forest adjacent to you. So just keep that in mind. This is the main focus of this advertisement. It's a rare prize land investment with your main potential is going to probably be putting a gravel pad in or some sort of camping spot there. So again, when you go visit the property, a common question is, how do I get back there? We offer a self-service model. We're asking our buyers, like all sales, to do their own due diligence, right? Do their own homework. I'm explaining to you what I know and what I think the property is best suited for. Again, if you can build here, if the regulations change, the technology changes in the future, these truly become priceless land investments if you can put a home in back here. Again, you're going to want to use GPS coordinates to access these properties. I really strongly recommend using an app like Onyx Maps. As you can see, it's got parcel lines. So if you're out there walking, you can see your cursor moving around. That's going to be really helpful using an app like Onyx Maps to go visit these. You're going to use GPS coordinates and things like that. So last thing is you can look this up on Google Earth, look for natural features in the landscape to identify where the properties are as well. So I've got them both pinned there on Google Earth. If you get on Google Earth, there's a ton of photos you can look at of this valley. Like I said, it is something just priceless. We're lucky to have these land investments and bring them out to the market. I'm excited to get them in front of folks, and you can get on Google Earth and look at a lot of this imagery yourself too. So again, we're right outside of Crested Butte, Colorado. World-class recreation. We are offering more of a self-service model. When you are ready to make an offer or talk about getting a deal done, give me a call. My name's Miles. I can be reached at 605-250-1256. When it comes to land use and zoning, I've got some information here. They don't have any zoning for this property. You can give the county a call, but like I said, realistically, after some due diligence on my end, it's going to take new technology. It's going to take a lot of hoops you're going to jump through to build on these properties, but the most realistic opportunity is going to be that gravel pad, that camping property, something to use for summer recreation, which back here is priceless. The campgrounds are full. This is something, camping and RVs are allowed. So, yeah, that's what we have here. We have 2 of these properties. Give us a call, check us out online if you have any more questions. My name is Miles McLaughlin. Hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.